internet is a vast computer network linking smaller computer networks worldwide. The internet includes commercial, educational, governmental, and other networks, all of which use the same set of communications protocols. That's the technical definition of the internet. What is up, guys? Jimmy or Chaos. Welcome back to another What If video. What if the internet was shut down today? Not to be mistaken or confused with what if the internet never existed, because we can't do that video, because if it never existed, we wouldn't know about it and we wouldn't talk about it. People would still have family barbecues, they would read the local newspaper, and yeah, things would be like they used to be. But that's not the topic for today. And the gameplay you're watching is from my boy Overflow. Check out his channel, link in the description. And today's topic is what if the internet was shut down today, which is a total different ball game. And I'm going to tell you toward the end of the video what I think would happen. A lot of people get the misconception that the internet is run by one force or company and that it's centralized, it has one hub. What I was always told was that there was a central computer, kind of like Skynet, that was in Switzerland. And when I did a lot of research on it, that didn't seem to be the case. It's just a broad, universal linkage, if you will, of different networks. And there are governing bodies that, I guess, govern it to a degree, departments, companies, whatever. But they deem it that it is worldwide and that it is governless. Governanless? I don't even know which word is proper there. But that's the definition that you get when you're online looking for the definition of the internet. So, a lot of people thought it was Skynet. Not the case, it looks like. I remember my first time really remembering anything about the internet. I think it was like 95 or 96. 1995 or 96. And I remember seeing a commercial with the WWW, World Wide Web, something about it. It's hazy, but that's when I first heard something about it, thought that was weird, didn't think about it, didn't think that it would become my livelihood as it is today, and this is what I do as a living. What did I do before the internet? Before the internet, I did what everybody else did. I was a kid, pretty much, or a teenager, or just getting into being an adult. But before that, we went outside and played. We would take our bikes out. We lived out in the country, so we would take our bikes out, and things were different back then. It wasn't you have to watch your kids even to go down the road to a neighbor's house or out of your yard. Back then, things were a lot different. I don't know if it was because there wasn't as many crazies, or there was no social media to let you know about all the crazies, so we just lived in the dark. But it would not be uncommon for me and my brother on a Saturday morning to have some friends over, pack up our bikes, pack ourselves a lunch, and go on our bikes and explore the woods or the creek or anything we wanted to do that day on the farm, and come back toward dark. And our parents wouldn't even be worried at all. And I know a lot of you probably fit into that same category if you're around my age or maybe a little younger. Nowadays, you can't go out of the house. It's stranger danger everywhere because we live in a freaking crazy world. But back in the day, things were different. We used to walk around town with no worries about that we were going to get picked up or anything like that. That was before the internet. Now with the internet here, everything is under a magnifying glass. There is nowhere to hide, and information is streamed worldwide in a matter of seconds and minutes. You saw the whole Boston thing. Us on Twitter and Facebook and all of those media outlets were probably ahead of the local news by an hour or two. If you followed the whole Boston Marathon manhunt on Twitter, we were way ahead of the local news or the national news. They didn't have a clue what was going on, and we were getting information streamed via tweet the whole time. So, what if the internet was shut down today? What if after this video, after you gave it a like, the internet shut down and it was gone for good? What would you do? I know there's a lot of tryhards out there that would say, oh, I want to go out and get some sun, and that's what I tell everybody to do anyway. And that's true. Going out and getting physical activity and all that, that's great, but it's funny because I see some of you guys and girls that complain about it. Oh, you guys are sweating over the internet. You're thirsty over the Twitter. And then you'd be like, I just go outside and have fun. And then an hour later, you're back on there checking your tweets. You can't get away from it. It's like a drug. So I think a lot of people would have some mental issues and not be able to cope. I think you would see a lot of crazy stuff go down. Not even talking about all the stock market and everything that's linked to the internet and that's used to it now. That'd be a whole different ballgame of can of worms that would crash. I'm talking about on a personal level. You wouldn't use your iPhones for the internet anymore. You wouldn't be on here. We wouldn't have YouTube. I'd have to find a different job because this is my livelihood right now. I'd have to go back to management or something. Brick and mortar establishments, if you don't know what it is, that means a business that's in a building and not online would come back in a hurry because people would have to go somewhere to work. I know there's got to be hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of jobs that people do on the internet, and a lot of those people do them from their home. So things would be way different. I want to know in the comment section what you think would happen and how you think people would personally react to the internet getting shut down right after you like this video. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out the other what ifs, the playlist is in the description. There's a link to it. Have a great day.